Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I think we got a big couple of turns ahead of us. I'm especially excited about the prospect of maybe being able to take over Lothern. I don't know, like the garrison there is not huge, but it's entirely possible. Apparently the settlement is under siege, so there's a real good chance that this will be High Elf again by the time we get there. But I'm gonna go for it, maybe they'll fail to take it. And if we don't get it, we just sail right past and prepare to take the spine of Sotek Mountains down there.
Getting out of here.
Also, Sea Leviathan. Leviathan Corpse? Whatever it's called. Monsters of the Sea. The sea has given up the bloated corpse of a large monster that dwelled deep under the ocean. Crew are sent across to hazard the beast's rotting flesh, avoiding fleshy sumps and gas pockets. However, within its cavernous bowels, trinkets and treasures can be found. Even the decaying organs and bones of the creature have some value, and gain the fleet's status for such an infamous find. Gross! Who was the one who had to go inside the bowels? It was probably Kurgan. We make Kurgan do everything that sucks. Feel kind of bad for him. That's why he got the cool elf sword. Alright, so we leveled up from that. Let's grab our Rune of Might here. Alright, we have a lot of stuff to do this turn. First of all, it turns out Ungrim is just fine to keep pushing. I guess we could... Nope, those guys are on cooldown. Well, we do actually have structures in this area, so we can move him to right here.
Aye.
And then do a single turn recruitment of a Giant Slayer.
Well, this may
It's
work.
nice to have actual recruitment structures.
Armed and ready.
You don't need to wait at all.
I'm off.
So an 8-unit garrison, and then, I assume very similar over here.
What orders?
No, wait, don't kill that guy. I was trying to assault this garrison. I'm definitely not clicking on that Tomb King. Not that we need to do this, but
Target these oath splitters.
I don't know what else Thorgard's going to do this turn that would actually be of value. He could go down here and scout this, but we're not going to be surprised when it turns out to be Skaven, right? Okay, and a guy in Ungrim's army needs an upgrade. Okay, so now Grombrindle's in perfect health, and he's all re-recruited. What do we want to do with him? Do we head west? The Chaos dude backed off a little bit. So we could afford to head west without Krokadrock being in danger. But maybe what I want to do at this time is take these two guys, who are both healthy, and push up and try to reclaim Sjoktraken. Man, he refilled his army completely with really scary units very, very quickly. No, let's
How can I help?
go and provide a little bit of assistance to the incoming Thorgrim.
Never.
So I can't see how far you can move. Either that or you just can't move. Oh no, okay, it's like a very faint white outline on the ground. So the dotted line is if he's in march mode. This is his normal movement. So we want to be just outside of that.
The throng is mustered. Target these oath splitters.
Alright, and again we have at him.
Sword sighted.
His army's looking pretty rough, actually, at this point.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Maybe we just underway move this time.
Ridiculous.
Try to make sure that we get in range to attack, so we want to be right outside of this range.
Throw bearers.
Like here.
Let's march.
Oh, I'm within friendly territory here. Ah, because Estalia holds Aceling's Conclave, so actually we're gonna be basically at full health. Okay, so Vashnar is dead next turn. That's really good for us. Guthrie down here is still... Oh no, he got Danger Ground. That's right. We were gonna start working on something else with him, probably. Maybe Blue Line stuff? Because he might be headed into Norska. Also, just Blue Line stuff is good. Lightning Strike is good. We could take this guy up the Yellow Line instead. I guess he's with a bunch of people who have Lightning Strike. It's not necessarily valuable for everybody to have it. Yeah, we don't really have any non-legendary lords who are just, like, super great at combat themselves. The Rune Lords are good at not dying, but that's not exactly the same thing. Alright, and I think we should probably...
Ready.
Okay, we can move in a single turn from probably about here to Sjoktraken, so we'll move out a little bit. I want to be in a position where I can take it. Okay, things are coming along. Do we want to... No, we want to do the upgrading, Krakadrak. Oh, and I want to remember to do Drakenhof before I spend all my money. Do this so that we can get all of the units here. Yeah, this region has really developed. It took forever, but we finally got there.
I answer to clan and hold.
You are exactly where I want you to be. Scully needs to take the fastest possible route north.
Heading out.
And so next turn, I guess, we could start summoning a new army at, like, Waldenhof, maybe? To come up here and be even more reinforcements. I expect the north to be a lot of trouble. We are going to need more bodies in the west, but I'm still hoping that, that Ungrim and Crag can move west and eventually across the ocean after we manage all this nonsense, which has taken far, far too long. Okay, and I think we're good for this turn. Yeah, this guy is our only real threat over here. Vashnar's totally dead. Looks like Astali is going to fill in all that space we left for them. I'm confident we have decent footing, at least, in the north. If not necessarily confident of the the victory of our campaign. Unfortunately, a lot of my allies are still at war with the Wood Elves, which means that they're going to be somewhat distracted. He's moving like he intends to attack Kislev next. That probably buys me time to resettle. I mean, I can see why he would. They just rebuilt a couple of those settlements down there, so they're going to be level 1 with tiny garrisons and no defenses. And the armies that resettled them are still going to be replenishing. It's probably the easiest place to get kills. Yep, so the Beastmen burned the Bay of Blades, but the Sarl encampment is still there. That is a full stack of Chaos Beastmen, too. We must have reduced those guys, based on the size of their balance of power bar with us, we must have reduced those guys down to, like, just a lord for a while, and then we left them alone long enough to completely replenish an army. Oh well, I mean, it's not really my problem, right? I guess it could be my problem. Oh, what is this? An enemy warlock engineer snuck into Karagorod and succeeded in their mission to cause an earthquake. Well, that's not ideal. And it's just spiteful, really. That doesn't even help them. Or rather, it doesn't hinder me in killing them.
My Slayer Oath would have me kill you.
There should probably be a counter. The game should keep a little internal counter. And if you have refused a deal 5 times, just never ask you again. Still be receptive, you know, if the AI feels they really want a non-aggression pact, they should still be able to give it to you when you ask. But there's no reason for me to be getting contacted by Archon every turn. So it looks like the Blue Vipers had some of their territory clipped a little bit. I'm hoping that we will find that they're pretty weak and easy to get a hold of. Minus 227. No, I mean, they want peace now, but they're never gonna, like, be friends with us. We should just finish them. They want peace now, and then they want to declare on us again sometime later when they're not surrounded by my armies. Alright, so do you... Given the way Morkar Gorefester moves like 3 inches at a time, I assume he can't get from where he is to Sjoktraken. We're not getting an actual view of his movement range because he's in encampment mode, where his movement range is 0.
An act! Aye, I'll see it done. The High King acts.
Okay, so I think we want to lead this fight with
The dwarfs need me.
Grombrindle's army, maybe? It doesn't really matter. I'm just thinking the organ guns are a little shorter range, so it's better for them not to have to come in off the side of the map.
Retake the realms. Thronebearers, move.
Alright, let's be done with this.
Attack!
This fight is still gonna suck, though. His army composition is,
I go where
something.
I'm needed.
Look at this cowardice.
Our enemies shall tremble.
Huh, I can't seem to actually issue a movement or... There we go.
Headed out. Good. Grimnir's
Alright.
axe first.
They're pretty messed up. Oh, I should... I'm worried that if I hit retreat now, it'll take me out of movement range to re-attack. I should have used my hero before we did this to wound them one last time. Alright, let's take them down. And we're going to do this manually, even though we really, really don't have to, because they have kind of a cool army composition. I'm curious. Curious how it will feel in combat. Also, we don't get to kill that many dragons. I want to shoot at the dragon manually. I think there's a way that you can take actual control of a siege unit and actually manually fire the shots, but I do not know how to do it. There's probably just a button on the UI somewhere. So they have 4 units of halberd chosen, which are just worse than normal chosen against us, due to, of course, the fact that we do not have any large. The cannons should be pretty safe, like here, I think. Yeah. We can work that dragon over from here. A little further back. Okay. So they have missile cavalry, right? There's some, like, Dark Elf. Maybe not. They do have a Reaper bolt throwers. They have a ballista. We probably want to take our rangers into a position where we can threaten that. I'm a little worried that, like, starting over here is not necessarily going to keep me hidden from them. Depending on how far out these guys, you know, they might move in a way that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. This is fine. But yeah, we'll set up like this. Slayers should probably be in a position where they can actually participate in the fight. Alright, I think this is probably fine. So I'm just going to try to shoot the black dragon out of the air. I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, big surprise, we're not hitting. Those bolt throwers are really something else. I'm kind of hoping that they will advance and leave me a path. Don't run, stay sneaky. Yeah, maybe we should advance. I don't usually advance on the enemy too much. You know, we're slow. Like to let them come to us where possible, but this may be one of those situations where it's unwise to wait. I guess we could just shoot our catapults at their siege stuff. I would rather be shooting at the Chosen, but there's not that many Chosen, I guess. Also, we can actually hit them because they're stationary, so that's helpful. Alright, so they found us immediately. They absolutely knew where we were. There's no reason for their ranged unit, or for their cavalry to run out in this direction. They are not even pretending to not have known where we were the whole time. Just feels a little bit like poor sportsmanship, but what are you gonna do? Okay, ranged units pretty much just get over there. The organ guns pretty much just get over here as well. Some of the melee can run into the trees a little bit, but let's see if we can maybe get a little bit of work done here as far as saving those guys. Probably be firing our cannons at the guys that are on the ground, the ones we can actually hit. They have crossbows with shields. It doesn't make a lot of sense for us to fire the Orlers at Chosen. I think Dark Shards are less armored. Yeah, they have shields, which means they just ignore a certain number of missiles that come at them, but I think we should be okay here. And I'm going to just have Thorgrim waddle out in front, because that's what he's for. Try to focus our artillery, our foot artillery, on that guy. Buff you up with 40% extra armor-piercing damage. Just kill that lord. Straight murder him. And let's go ahead and advance. I'm hoping that what we can do here is get the bolt throwers to maybe fire into their own troops a little bit more, you know, the way my artillery does. Okay, so we're not going to be able to save those guys. Man, I cannot quite seem to get my throat clear. Or rather, I cannot get my throat to feel like it is clear, is actually a little bit better of a description of what's actually going on there. I have a crappy esophageal issue that sometimes makes it feel like I have stuff stuck in my throat for long periods of time, when definitely there is nothing actually stuck in my throat. And it sucks. Hey, everybody, take care of your esophagus. It matters. You need it, it turns out. Be good to your esophagus, and it will be good to you, maybe. I don't know. I never really was mean to mine. It just chose to be a dick. I got real confused about what its role was. Okay. The dragons are also armored, but in general, large units don't fare that well against concentrated ranged fire. Maybe work this dragon over a little bit. So, like, the thing is, the Slayers are busy, right? The Slayers are fighting stuff that I need the Slayers to fight. We gotta chop these guys up real fast. They just have too many units of cavalry. Fortunately, we do have some Slayers coming up from behind here. Not really that many. This army is very Slayer-light. Just charge over here. Everybody kill this dragon. Do whatever you have to do to kill this dragon. I'm hoping to burn these guys out real fast and then do an actual bombing run on those guys, since they're grouped up like that.
Cannon! Vengeance! Go!
Let's get our siege units up here. I mean, the Slayers are totally beating the Cold Ones. That's what they do. They're almost dying in the process, but that's also just kind of what they do. I'm gonna finish off these Dread Knights. I mean, these are elves riding around on, like, big raptors. Oh, jeez. That's pretty cool. It's hard to be mad about getting my ass kicked by that. That's like a really cool thing to be killed by. Oh, the Ironbreakers are here. Oh, wow. They melted maybe the entire front of that dragon. Hey. Retreat. Shoot at them. Make them... There we go. Okay. Now the retreat. Did my rangers pretty much get away? Yeah, pretty much. Got these giant slayers in here doing giant slayer stuff, killing large units. Hey, that's fine. These giant slayers could probably come over here and help. And this Grumbrindle. Oh, he has a job. Actually, it looks like Thorgrim's just about done killing these guys. He should probably move over here. Okay, let's drop some bombs. Turns out the catapults almost have the job. You know what? Given that the catapults are doing such a good job, let's just shoot them out. Oh, everybody stopped moving because I had told them all to fight the dragon, and then the dragon was gone, and they were like, well, geez, what should we do now? I can't imagine.
Fire on the Ergs! Understood, Lord.
Alright, that's working, slowly. Get him!
To glory!
Yeah, shoot fire at him. Here's what I think of Dark Elves. Alright, so we nuke his speed, turn on our rune axe, and just take a big wow, holy crap, that was a big chunk out of him. Well, he's at minus 76% speed here, so he's not going to make it out.
Attack! Yes! The might of
Dude's not going anywhere.
Shoot the wizards! Kazoo! Yes!
Alright, I do believe this is just about over. Hey, do not let this dude get away. There we go. Enemy lord down. The gyrocopters had to come in and handle it, but we got him. That was a cool battle. They had some neat units. That's exactly the kind of force that I would like to have forged some kind of long-term alliance with. Yeah, units of normal slayers just are not, they're not quite cutting it anymore. We need to update this army. It needs to be iron breakers and giant slayers. Also, no gyrocopters? What's that about? What is it even? How do you even engage in a serious military campaign without gyrocopters? So Grombrindle's army is actually still in really good shape. Then we can full sprint them back in the other direction and try to defend Guthrie as he resettles Giant Home. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep that Chaos Lord at bay. We have underestimated him in the past. It's certainly a thing that I'm concerned about. Want to make sure that we do not make the same mistake again, especially since I have now seen the composition of his army, and I know it to be terrifying.
You know who I am.
Alright, we're not really into captives.
Send me to vengeance.
I hate it when this happens. I hate it when an army gets away from battle, when they, like, definitely didn't get away from battle. So we have a few stat points left. What do I want to do with them? I guess we should probably grab Grudge Against Mankind, just in case. Probably. I don't intend to fight any men, but you can never tell what will happen. So he has enough movement to get in there. Grombrindle does not have enough movement to help. So I think Grombrindle's just going to head back home.
Scrund. The throng is mustered.
We can run up and assault this guy.
What's orders?
Even more casualties.
Never.
Yeah, that army's looking a little sad. Alright, let's finish it.
Yes.
And we don't necessarily need to manual this, but I do think I need to manual it if I don't want to lose all of my units, especially like my catapults and stuff, as damaged as they are. These catapults have a fair amount of veterancy. I would not like them to die. So it's all chosen. It's only chosen. Okay, but we got a much flatter battlefield this time. And honestly, this is not a bad setup. I'm gonna move these guys here. Just be sneaky and hidden. My goal is to wait until these things engage and then hit them in the back. We'll see whether I am actually allowed to do that.
By King Thorgrim Grudgebearer.
Okay. Have at 'em, siege weapons. Doesn't really matter who, just get kills. They're all equally terrifying. Oh, wow, that's a really good cannon shot. Holy crap. Man, imagine how good a couple of gyrocopters would be here in this situation.
Now is our time.
I wonder if that guy still feels that this is his time. That's just somebody's bottom half. Oh, there's the top half. Throwing our buffs here. I'm going to try to take out the Lord group first. Hopefully we can break their morale and have them flee combat. Because I don't really want to have to actually fight a bunch of Chosen to death.
The clans unite. Range far, range fast.
We could have just started our melee in front of our range this battle. It would have been fine. Well, hold on. I don't want Thorgrim to be the one who engages them from the front. Thorgrim is a large unit. He is definitely at least horse-sized. So I don't want him to be getting jabbed with pole arms directly. We want him to get a flank. Let's try to make sure these things are engaged, and now he can come around and do his thing. So kill your defenses. These slayers, I pretty much not in a good position for a flank. Let's see if we can just get them through. And now that these things are totally engaged, I wanted to be like super safe with the Rangers because they're extremely low on health. I thought there's a real good chance they were just going to die. Quarrelers probably can't do anything meaningful. Okay, everybody, this would be a great time to stop firing. Alright, mostly I'm thinking that these arrows are going to be scary more than actually damaging.
Slayers! Move! For the Cadas and Gore! Plow through! Yes, yes!
Did you see that guy's diving headbutt? Use your axes, dude! That's why you have a bunch of axes.
Go! Plow through! Charge! Move now! Move! Eat their souls! Split them in two!
Alright, I mean, these Chaos dudes are extraordinary fighters, total badasses, no doubt about it. But man, I wouldn't want to have to fight these odds. This is just like a bad scene. Thorgrim, are you actually fighting? Are you helping? Wow, okay, basically he just yells at them really hard, but it seems to be working. You can hear them blowing the horns of shame. Alright. That's enough out of you, Vashnar. I mean, Vashnar's dead. But that's enough out of you, people who used to be aligned with Vashnar. This is a good start to our long war against the Dark Elves. Because we have to take Nagaron's capital. That's a serious undertaking that we are embarking on. Nagaroth is a different elf faction, because the deal with the elves is they only really like 3 or 4 sounds. And so all of the names of all of their places are just made up of those couple of sounds repeated in different orders. It's like Taco Bell. The Elven language is like Taco Bell. It's all the same stuff. You just like change the order that it's applied, or maybe you wrap this one around that one. What if we made a taco, but then we put another taco around it? Bam, Nagaroth. Also, to be clear, I am not trying to trash talk the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Cheesy Gordita Crunch is delicious. In fact, now that I've remembered that it's a thing, I'm definitely going to have some Taco Bell tonight. I can't move quite far enough to finish them off. No. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. So we're going to get this skill point plus 2 more. That's enough for us to max out a skill or something. What do we want to do with these points? I definitely don't care about that. We could get ambush defense chance, not really relevant. Pure beard, it's interesting. It should probably be a red line skill, right? We could get Thunderer, we could finish off the gyrocopter thing. God, I love gyrocopters. Thunderer is probably better though, right? Big upgrade for all of our artillery. Yeah, we'll just get all the points of Thunderer.
Good.
And we'll pursue these guys as best we can. We gotta finish the job. Who's this? This is a runesmith. I don't even know what runesmith this is, but that's the right skill point for him. Okay, it was Grombrindles. You're as far as you can get? Okay.
Restless.
Well, let's be done with this.
Beards in belts. Attack them.
Yeah, this would not be an interesting battle to fight. Alright, and doing that attack with Ungrim means that Crag still has his full movement capacity.
I'm going.
We'll just move to the edge of our territory so that we still get replenishment. And he also gets more rune upgrades. We want those master level runes to be available as often as possible, for sure. Can we get rid of this guy?
They will die by my axe.
I don't know what he was going to do, but it was definitely something that I don't want to happen, right? Finish capping out your armor, and here in Mount Arachnos, I'm going to demolish that and, surprise, replace it with a growth building, because I'm sure when we take Carrickzorn, it's going to be all... Oh! It has been plagued. So actually, we want to stay away from that until the plague ends, but when we go in there to take it, the garrison's going to be all screwed up.
King's command.
So that's actually pretty good for us, I think.
Armed and ready.
Oh, Mr. Steelbeard. So if I was going to try to get to Lothern... It says the fastest path is around all these rocks? That doesn't seem right. Oh, because you actually can't get through here. That's a little awkward. Alright, so it looks like we're going to take Deep Sea's attrition pretty much no matter where we go. Now we have to go over here and stay real close to the coast, I guess. And we still took a little bit of attrition moving through. Okay, so this is probably the turn when we should start recruiting a new army, right?
Thirst for war. I am the White Dwarf.
Do I want Guthrie to go all the way for it this turn? I'm gonna inch a little closer. I might be playing this a little overcautiously, but I'm really concerned about the thing that happened last time we had to fight that army. Oh, it's doing this again. I have 50% movement range left, but it's not the right 50%. Okay, well, you know what? Man, I don't want him to be able to die, though. There's no way, right? There's no way he can make it all the way back here to actually attack. No, we're fine. We're good. Alright, so colonize. A bunch of the dudes from his army are now the settlers here, so we are much, much weaker. We gotta fix that as quickly as possible. Growth. Get me enough growth to build actual walls here. Alright, so Fort Strygov needs proper walls. Fort Ostrok is gonna need proper walls. Ostrosk. Yeah, we might have to wait a turn or two on that second army, because we have some building up that we have to do. Definitely want to improve this. Erengrad's really important, so he gets the fancy walls. Oh, right, the earthquake. I forgot about the earthquake. Well, we'll repair the earthquake damage next turn.
Of Clan Morgrim. Got.
Alright, Scully just needs to stay to the road. Man, we have a lot of veterancy recruiting bonuses. from all of our various structures everywhere and everything. This is really nice. It's nice to recruit a modern, upgraded, badass army and have it all come in with gold chevrons. Okay, let's see Morkar Gorefester's move. We may have provided a distraction here. He may think it's worth coming after us instead of going to Kislev. I don't know, we'll find out. What is Karl Franz doing? I assumed he was headed to Wood Elf Town. He's just kind of like running back into the middle of friendly territory. Okay, so he is going to come back toward us. We have a little bit of time. Grombrindle needs to get back over here like yesterday. Man, if we lose Guthrie to this guy as well, I'm going to be very upset. I'm way more scared of Morkar Gorefester than I am of any of the Chaos Legendary Lords. I guess it wouldn't be poetic and dramatic if we didn't have a couple of important characters die in horrible ways, though. You gotta make the audience believe in the threat. I'm trying to provide the good commentary. Honestly, all I'm thinking about now is Taco Bell. I haven't had Taco Bell in weeks. And apparently, I didn't think I missed it, but apparently I miss it. Really, really hoping that Nagarond manages to hold on to Lothern just until I get there. I just need them to, like, be hanging on by a finger. Don't be strong. Just be technically alive. Alright, I mean, Craig's Strongarms units getting assaulted, there's no way that matters. Unless Lost Plateau has a hell of a garrison, or they've managed to recruit a lot faster than I would think possible. We should be fine.
Welcome to my throng.
No. Nope, don't see any benefit to that. It's unfortunate that they're down to just one settlement, but at least it's a well-defended settlement. It's in the middle of like a little 3/4 of a circle of mountains. Granted, that actually shouldn't be good defense against Wood Elves, because Wood Elves have a movement stance like our Underway movement that lets them cheat terrain, but it seems to have held out. Man, I'm just thinking about the magnitude of the task still to come over here on the map. We're discovering the war herd. I'm guessing probably over near Thorgrim. Nope, they're headed to Erengrad. Well,
How can I help?
at least Erengrad has a real garrison. So we can't get here this turn anyway.
I'll see it done.
We may as well move in the way that lets us get some replenishment without attrition. Yeah, I would love to go defend Erengrad, but it's way more important that we don't lose Guthrie Grundodrak to Morkar Gorefester.
The High King acts.
I can't let myself get killed by a guy named Morkar. I just would never be able to live it down. Boy, what do you even do? You're kind of out of good skills. Speed.
Throw bearers. Let's march. Target these oath splitters.
Okay, how many... There are almost no units left. They've gotten a new Dreadlord, the third Dreadlord for this army in 2 turns. Yeah, yellow line stuff, right.
Good.
Can we please... Oh my god, stop running! Just die! And again, like, I feel fairly certain that if we auto-resolve a bunch of our stuff, we'll die, so we're going to manual this battle that really shouldn't have to be manualed. It may take us longer to load out of the battle than it takes us to win it. I do wish this army had organ guns. This would be over really quickly with a couple of organ guns. Just go hide. Yep, seems fine to me. I guess I should probably have moved my lords forward, but...
Every grudge. The clans unite.
Probably you guys shouldn't shoot at the single figure. Snipe him. You can do it. Fire your rifle. Oh, wow. Okay, well. That's a cannonball works too. I feel like our catapults are having like no effect on this battle. There you go. That's how that's supposed to look. I mean, you're familiar with the thing here. You know what we're gonna do. Their lord is just getting embarrassed here. Get in there. That was just like pure terror from them. Alright, everybody focus on this nerd now. Shoot all of the arrows, all of the projectiles at this guy. Guard mode off. Nobody ever stop chasing. Don't let them get away. He's had better days. There's just blood shooting out of him in all directions. Man, how much blood is in a Dark Elf? That's crazy. Oh, he slipped. He slipped in the snow. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, can that be the end of them? This is the most resilient army I've ever seen. They're gonna get away. I'm gonna have to chase them down again. I don't want to make the same mistake I've been making, right? Let them wander off into the wilderness, horribly wounded, thinking, somebody will finish them off. And then have it turn out that they come back 3 turns later with a full stack. But man, it is really ridiculously hard to kill these guys. Sorry, it's not. It's not that hard to kill them. It's hard to get them to disband. We're killing them left and right. We're great at it. I don't know that I've ever been as good at anything as I am at killing members of Vashnar's Conquest. But they just don't care. That's the part that's tough to deal with. It's the total disregard. Sharper than any knife.
March.
Okay, finally. Jesus.
Send me to vengeance.
Alright, try to get back home sometime this year.
I answer to clan and hold.
Okay, no level up. We have an unspent skill point. On who? Something somewhere. This guy, okay. Craig. Hey, surprise, there's Skaven here.
By the fort, father.
Okay, they do have an actual thing going. Hold on. Encircle. Can we get... This is kind of a long distance. Oh yeah, we can totally get in reinforcement range. Just have to march a little bit.
The throng is mustered.
Can we be rid of this dude? I don't know what his deal is, but I don't trust him.
No way.
No, I cannot. Cannot, in fact.
No, need my warp token stash.
So they've got some red ogres going here. I don't actually think red ogres are very good, though. And what's in this garrison? Clan rats, and this seems like it should be a pretty easy battle. We actually probably... No, I wanna... There we go. Yeah, I was going to say, we shouldn't have to actually fight this manually. This should be very easy. And not very exciting. We already had our climactic battle with these guys. They're done.
New masters, welcome.
Alright, factions are falling left and right. We're doing some fine, fine work out here.
To die in battle.
I will say that when we auto-resolve like this, we do... Ooh, Anvil of Doom. Yeah, give me one of those. We do tend to lose Giant Slayers at a really, like, kind of an unbelievable rate. So we don't really have much in the way of local recruitment here.
Slayer King.
Karakzorn's really far away.
Aye, I'll move.
I should recruit something, though. Oh, I'm in March mode. Never mind. So what are we looking at here? Karakzorn. A 12-unit garrison. We do have to, like I said, wait a couple of turns anyway, so we have some time to, like, grab a Giant Slayer from the global pool. May as well set up the growth buildings. We're gonna need them.
Clan honor. Master of runecraft.
Okay, I gotta remember to stay to the outside,
Come off.
because this is not an actual route. It looks like it should be. Lothern's back under High Elf control again. Oh well, we'll just sail past and hit some Blue Viper territory. That's a real shame, though. I was excited about that idea. Okay, so we have a ton of money. We're still mostly bound by population growth. Where do we want Scully to go? I guess just toward Help Hit. I think the best version of this is... Oh no, Erengrad, right. We need somebody to hold Erengrad against the Warherd. Good timing. Also, flame cannons have to be absolutely terrifying for beastmen, most of whom are very unarmored. It's probably worth upgrading these. I know I said we were going to start a new army, and we will, but actually we still have a lot of stuff to do. This is almost certainly worth doing. Don't care about Jufbar just yet. Here, we want to upgrade... Guess this one first? It doesn't really matter what order they go in.
Wisdom of Valea.
I don't really have a good sense of how far he can move. I kind of think... I'm gonna bounce Gotri over to Krakadrak. It looks like he can make the distance. Right? Will you... Okay, there we go. Just in case. I see no reason to sit here in Sioktraken and wait. Let's let Morkar come over here and burn it if he can. I just really, really don't want to lose another developed general to this guy. I do really like the plot line that's developing here, though. Oh, you know what? We're getting Slayer buffs this coming turn. I should have looked at the stats on our Giant Slayers to see if this technology actually does affect them. No, thank you. No, thank you. I would rather not be involved in a war with the Wood Elves right now. So, Bretonnia and Clan Angrand are also the same color on the map, and it makes it difficult to tell exactly what's going on. I get that there's not an infinite range of colors, especially not colors that are readably different. And that they have something like 120 factions that they have to have something set up for Mortal Empires, but factions that are, first of all, this close together, and secondly, this likely to come into contact really should have been set up differently. Also, it seems like they're really into sort of a muted, like, low saturation thing here. I don't know if they're trying to make it look like a... And that's a real aesthetic, isn't it? Like, really, really muting colors. But, like, they should have just used some brighter colors. Khemri has declared war on Karakzorn for reasons that are not clear to me. Also, what would even be the benefit of that? Does Khemri have an army in position to take Karakzorn? I hope not. I need that. Not that we can't get along, but I'd prefer to just hold it myself. We're still going to sail past Lothern, by the way. Just, like, you know, try to get an idea what's going on over there. If there are Dark Elf armies in the area, you know, we might hang out for a second to see what happens. The Blue Vipers declared war on one of the, that's the Lizardman faction that we just signed the non-aggression pact with. The ones we were working toward a trade agreement on. Alright, let's see what the Warheart of Chaos does. I assume it's going to go toward Soyshenk? Yeah. We got to be a little bit careful. The raiding is going to be annoying, and we're going to have public order problems. We have to be careful not to...
Can you feel it? From the north it comes. The tendrils of chaos spread south, tainting the lands. And with it, the warriors of chaos march. We must ready ourselves, for war is coming.
Oh no. I've never been in a war before.
Warring tribes together. What manner of champion holds that power?
Okay, so apparently we're on the big chaos wave already. Oblivion has come, so yeah. A bunch of new chaos armies are spawning with a bunch of chaos legendary lords at their head. The old world... the old world despairs, for Archaon the Ever-Chosen, champion of chaos, is come, and with him the end times. Once a Templar priest of Sigmar, Archaon uncovered a terrible secret which drove him to reject his faith and pledge himself to the gods of chaos. In their service he has devoted himself to the world's destruction, defeating all challengers and rising to a position of dominance over all in the Chaos Wastes, achieving the ultimate accolade, his dark coronation as the Ever-Chosen. By the way, just a lot less cool than I think they wanted it to be. The vessel through which the dark gods unite their followers to turn the world into a realm of chaos. It is to his banner that the warriors of chaos have been flocking, and it is his malign will that now drives them forth in a terrible wave of destruction, destined to sweep all before it. The earth groans beneath the iron-shod feet of Archaon's numberless horde, and with him comes death. Is there any champion of the old world mighty enough to withstand the Lord of the End Times? I kind of wish Ungrim was up here. I think Ungrim could probably take Archaon one-on-one. Honestly, probably pretty easily. Okay, so those guys spawned hereabouts. They're going to run down and come around here, and they're probably going to make for Volksgrad pretty much right away. So we need to sort that out.
For war. Moving out. Time for a reckoning. Got then.
Okay. Well, our front is somewhat handled. Oh, we gotta get this off my screen. I've heard enough about this jerk. What do I want on you now? We have kind of all the important stuff. I guess movement speed? Percentage bonuses to small numbers are not impressive, but, like, I don't know what else I would do with him. Alright, you need to get back to friendly territory.
Very well. This is not in the Dammer's Kron.
Alright, we gotta form up here. We gotta get ready.
Can I help?
I thought that their existing armies had to be defeated. Clearly that is not the case. Alright, this is a pretty large army, but it's mostly Ungor. And we should be able to handle that.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Although, that said, the odds that we're going to hit them and they're just going to run are pretty high. Man, if we get to turn the flame cannons on a bunch of Ungor, yeah. They get to run away. I guess I will... Oh yeah, their army's almost entirely Ungor. This isn't even really an army. Okay, where do I want to go here? I guess probably the best thing for me to do move toward the coast as much as possible. I want to try to prevent them from moving toward Erengrad. This might be another situation where we have to use 2 armies to capture them, which would be a little inconvenient. It would be easier if we had local recruitment structures up here, but we just haven't had the time to develop the areas yet. Let's at least get the ability to summon Longbeards. Yeah, probably. It shouldn't take too long. Alright, so we gotta not get adjacent to Carrickzorn. I actually don't know what the range is on the plague spreading.
Yes, my oath is intact.
Okay, yeah, we'll just grab a unit of Giant Slayers and...
Anger burns bright. Master of runecraft.
Oh, hey, look at that. He's like Thorgrim now. You know, he has enough movement. Let's just put him in ambush mode. Maybe they'll rush us. I hope they don't rush us, actually, because they have the plague. They are extremely enplagued.
It is time.
You don't really have a lot of value to do. Go try to assassinate this guy again.
I answer to
There you go. He just needs a little bit of practice. Also, that is a permanently dead guy. I feel a little bad permanently killing a dwarf, but, again, they had the chance. I offered them an opportunity to bend the knee, and they chose not to take it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about that? We should probably make sure that all of our minor guys have these faction-wide bonuses attached to them. So we have a bunch of heroes running around. Let's jump on all of our heroes one by one and make sure that they have reasonable groups of followers. And actually, Untainted, for him, is a big deal. So he's going to be up here in the north forever. Okay, so... we do have a gem cutter in this region. May as well do that. And Dwinbar. Yep, faction-wide bonus. Okay, we have all of the important bonuses for him. So we got our Slayer Oath. We take Slayer's Onslaught. Obviously, charge bonus plus 20% is actually pretty significant. I think Slayers have quite a good charge bonus. Oh man, this hero is so out of position. Did I really already move everybody? No, I totally didn't. It's offering me my actions in a strange order. Alright, like I said, we'll just swing past Lothar and see what's up. It looks like it's probably healthy. I mean, we don't see any other Dark Elf settlements or anything. Oh, that's not true. Actually, the Dark Elves do seem to have a foothold. Well, I'm not really interested in the rest of that crap. I pretty much just Lothar, honestly. I still don't want to upgrade this yet. Oh, Shufbar can cap out. Finally. It's much less important to get settlements to level 5 after the first couple. I don't know why I'm still so worried about it. Okay, this we gotta get maxed out as quickly as possible, though. That one's very, very important. Down here at Barrack Var. Upgrade this and then cut the growth buildings. And also this commandment. And I guess money, right? Let's just make some money. Alright. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried about the chaos thing. We're sort of back in position. We're kind of ready to handle it. I was hoping we'd have a couple more turns and also that there wouldn't be a war herd of Chaos Army in my backfield all of a sudden. But I think we're ready. It would have been really nice if we could have had Sjoktraken at tier 3 with a real garrison. Oh, interesting. Prince Sigvald appeared and just replaced the lord of that army. Archaon is headed over here directly for us. I was kind of expecting them to head around the bend, but apparently they're just going to go across the water. So that's bad, because that means probably, instead of Kislev with my support breaking the initial wave, it's just going to be me. Because Kislev's not going to ride out to help me. You can't rely on the AI to try to do anything that involves coordination. Well, I hope the rest of the world appreciates what we are about to go through. It's probably better me than Kislev, honestly. I will handle it better. I'm just worried that we're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and maybe also characters.
Greetings. You no doubt have a
do we want to do this? It's just not... Yeah, there's just not really any benefit in it. Like with other people where we might have to eventually have a military alliance with them, at the very least you get those positive relationship points from the treaty. But we never want to have another... We never want to have a military alliance with them. They don't hold any territory that is important for me to have, you know, technical hold on or anything. Okay, good. They're riding out to fight the Khemri. That's a fine thing for them to do with their plague. We're almost done in the south. We're so close. Well, it's much more important that we jump that guy now. I think the way this works is...
I am Iron Fist.
Once we defeat all of the armies that... the Chaos Warrior armies that exist now, I believe that breaks the Chaos Warriors completely and they're done for the rest of the game. But they have very powerful armies led by high-level legendary lords now, so it's going to be more difficult than it previously was. And also, we still have to deal with this nonsense. That guy beast paths over to the Tower of Krak, it looks like. I'm sure he figured out exactly how far I could move and moved himself so that he is outside of that. Oh, right, there are other factions that spawn. The Bjornlings have appeared down here. Well, I guess Tilia will have something to do. That's actually maybe dangerous for me. Because if they push through Tilia, we're right over there. Okay. You remember what I was saying about that other army? We got to build another army down there. We've been sort of setting up for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do one more turn here. Can you hit Sigvald this turn? You can.
What?
Oh, wow, they're coming. That's so many giants. Giants and Cygors and Minotaurs. Oh, man, this is not good. Okay, hold on a second. Where can you get to? Okay, in full march mode, we can get into position to attack Sigvald. So what we do is we take these three armies against Sigvald, and then that way, after he's dead, even if these guys ride in on us, we still probably have a numbers advantage. Thorgrim's not in perfect shape yet, but I'm worried that if we don't act this turn, we're going to let them group up too much. Alright, hold on. Let's resolve other stuff first. Okay, you guys are just staying put. Stop getting your ambushes spoiled. Grombrindle and Thorgrim are up there. Guttri's there. Hey, Scully. Yep, just barely not able to attack this guy. Well, at least he's out of our land. We have proper walls around our settlements now. Zoishenk has... Honestly, Zoishenk has a garrison that's capable of defeating that army.
Lord of Clan Borg.
So maybe what we should do with Scully is just head toward the problem as fast as possible.
If you say so, beardling. Onward.
And in fact, keeping him right here means that he's still in range to respond. But we got a all-hands-on-deck situation over here. What can we do in Krakadrak? We can build this. Oh, wait, do I... Okay, that's a level 4 thing anyway. Don't even think about it. Build a gate. And Sjökträcken is for sure getting a defensive structure if we can just survive. Okay, we should probably do that. Who else do we need to move? Steelbeard's got to sweep past... Oh, there's some kind of huge storm going on. Well, what's my plan here? Are we defensive allies?
High Lore Master of the White Tower. If I must.
Okay. So now we can replenish in their territory. So maybe my plan is to make landfall like around the High Sentinel, and then we can just push south from there. That's really far away from those mountains though, isn't it? Oh wow, that goes all the way down to the very south edge of the map. Yeah, so it makes more sense for us to try to land over here, probably. Someplace like the Temple of Tlenkon. These probably aren't actually empty, huh? There is a major Skaven faction that begins in that area. Okay, so as much as I want to see what's up with Lothern, I think probably what's up is that they have it under control. So let's go this way. And we can afford to just eat some damage because we will be able to rest up and recover in elf territory. Okay, who else do we got here? We have a number of heroes who need to take actions. I don't believe heroes are vulnerable to the plague, so we could probably use this guy against that settlement safely. You need to get over here. Honestly, I'm going to run this guy. I'm going to try to get over to where the Bjornlings are going to land. Stone Mine Tower still doesn't have proper walls. Looks like I think we have time to fix that. The Bitterstone Mine, yeah, also put walls on it. So we have some okay recruitment structures here. We have it's sort of like a patchwork of recruitment stuff running down the east side of our empire. I didn't remember that there were going to be a bunch of other chaos forces that spawned with the final wave. Yeah, I'm not at all sure what the right play is as far as where to summon our defenders. It's like I didn't finish building out any of this. It's not like we've had a lot of money laying around either. I've been working with it. I think it's got to be Drakenhof. We start doing recruiting in Drakenhof. Construction time, casualty replenishment. Okay. None of this stuff affects our ability to actually hire units here. Alright, let's get a lord. Disciplined is not a bad trait. Weapon Master, Grimnir's Blood, Strategist. Ooh, I do like Strategist as well. But I like Disciplined on a Rune Lord. That's pretty good. Alright, let's get hiring going. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of money to work with here, so let's take it a little bit easy this turn. Yeah, we'll grab those guys.
I am the White Dwarf.
We may end up having a lot more income because we may end up losing a lot of units here.
It is time.
Yeah, the thing is, we're just not ready. We're just not ready to make a move where we might have to fight off 3 armies, 2 of them at the same time. I think I'm actually just going to have him move over to here. We're just going to group up.
Who calls me?
I need to summon a unit for him. Let me unhire one of the things that I'm hiring here. Go back to Thorgrim. That's a shame. Okay, well, next turn we can grab these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, I guess. Which means that we can, in fact, still be doing that. Yeah, we're just not ready to ride out yet. Grombrindle, or not Grombrindle, Thorgrim's army is too damaged, and it's going to be so much healthier this coming turn. Alright, we'll see what happens. Who else hasn't moved? Grombrindle is exactly where he needs to be. No, I'm not going to put him in ambush mode. I was thinking about trying an ambush, but we'll take attrition damage if I do that. So we will just stand here in encampment stance instead, because that gives us some minor bonuses. Leadership and melee defense up for the whole army. Gutree's not moving.
For the wisdom of the land.
I guess he can stand here in normal stance. I don't think it matters. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna hit end turn. I hope this is the right thing to do. I'm a little worried about having my two armies ride out to fight Prince Sigvald, taking some damage, and then I just have these two armies hanging in the wind to get jumped by two completely fresh armies. I think it is too dangerous. Also, Kislev, if you're gonna provide any kind of material support, this would be the time. Also, Empire, anybody, everybody, please. Oh, you know what? We could set some war coordination targets. There is actually a way for me to formally ask for aid from the AI. Okay, they assaulted the garrison there. That's not a big deal. Sarthoriel, the Everwatcher. I'm hoping that these Beastmen armies will not coordinate well with the Chaos Warrior armies, because they are actually different forces, right? So we have 3 armies up north that will be 4 soon as New Guy gets there with the flame cannons. Is that going to be enough? I gotta hope that's enough. We have a lot of other irons in the fire at the moment here. We can't devote everything to fighting chaos. Or rather, we could, but I don't want to. I don't feel like it. So we got to spend money making sure that our defenses are solid in the southern part of the Empire, and also hiring as many people as we can for that Drakenhof army that will head south quickly, I hope. I mean, it only has to make 1 or 2... It's probably only 1 underway move from Drakenhof south of Dragonfire. And then once we're through the pass... movement's very, very fast across the flat Badlands. So probably we're okay. And I believe this is the turn that the plague wears off. The plague wore off of the settlement anyway. It looks like it might still be on those armies. Still a lot of like green stink clouds around their flags. Alright, Kislev, I see those armies of yours. I see that you are in position. Nope, not moving. Okay. Well, maybe the show of strength that I'm performing here will convince the Chaos armies to mostly go south, because they'll see easier prey down there, and then we can sandwich them up against Kislev. I'm a little worried about that Tillian army moving away from the Bjornlings. Listen, I don't like the Wood Elves either, but I think we might have bigger fish to fry at the moment. Alright, so let's see here. We got the Warherd, 3 giants, a Cygor, some actual Bestigors and stuff, like real units. Oh, and they're trying to pull ambush stuff. Ah, there's a bunch of them over there. Yeah, that's terrifying. We're gonna have some really big battles here. Man, I don't even know where these other Chaos forces spawned. I'm guessing probably like the New World area, given that there's already people in the north and south over here. I wonder how many armies this is going to be, these Bjornlings. The Troll Skulls are still alive somewhere. Man, I want to find them so badly. What is going on with them? Alright, well, we're an hour and a quarter into the episode, so I probably do not have time to actually do any attacking here. I apologize. I know that I've gently misled you here. But this is a situation that bears a little bit of consideration anyway. So we have Prince Sigvald. We know we have 3, I believe, Beastmen armies in hidden encampment mode around him. Now, it is worth noting that that is not the same thing as ambush stance, and I believe they can't ambush us out of hidden encampment mode. But also, I'm still living in absolute terror here. Can we... Yeah, we can get a hero over here. Can we reveal them, maybe? Let's see what Gotrek Oathkeeper can reveal. I'm a little nervous for him because he's so close to immortality, but he's definitely not there yet. Alright, well, we don't see anything. I guess this is where we're going to have to call it, but I am concerned. Very, very concerned. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to find out if maybe all of us die, and we'll see you then.